Hey everybody, my name is Alan Smithson and this is the XR Show. Today's show is really cool. We get to look at VR's first unicorn. We're also going to take a look at Star Wars. I won't give away the surprise on this one. There's some really cool stuff going on in medical, and I'm going to show you our new website at MetaVRse.com. So let's dive right in. A new study reveals that 29% of US adults have used augmented reality. Now, these numbers are really telling because it shows you that not all of the world even knows what augmented reality is. So if only 29% have tried it, they probably have tried it through face filters and things like this. But 59% of those mobile AR users engaged at least a weekly. So the ones that are using it a lot. And 78% at least monthly. My guess is a lot of that is Snapchat and Facebook filters. So if you look at mobile AR global penetration right now, you look at the number of devices that are AR enabled smartphones, you're looking at about 3.5 billion devices. So a ton of devices are out in the market ready to consume this technology. But then you kind of look at the active users and it's very low comparatively. So you can see that there's a massive growth potential of this industry. Now, if you look at the AR user profile, and all of this data, by the way, is from my good friend Mike Boland at AR Intelligence or Artillery Intelligence, and you can go to artillery.co and you can get all these analytics. They do studies. They have a ton of analytics in the VR, AR, XR market. So check them out. So US user AR user profile is really interesting because the breakdown of age, you can see, of course, anybody under 45 uses AR. They just get it, they understand it, it's on the phone, no problem. But as you get older, it just drops right off. But there's actually a more gender parity towards males as well. Maybe males, tend to like the using augmented reality more for some reason. But we need to kind of look at these things in terms of what's important to people, and maybe we're just not using like AR makeup for a thing. It's a beautiful thing. People love it. So I think there's a lot of room for growth in this whole industry. And if you look at the household income split, it's pretty even right across the board. So interesting data on that. This is interesting. The top 5 XR brand share. So of course you would expect Oculus with Oculus Quest and the Rift. So they have 53% of the market. That's a lot. That's more than half of the market is one company, Facebook. And then you have Sony with PlayStation. The interesting thing, take a look at Pico and HTC. They're almost even. They're off by about 1%. And HTC has a massive presence. I think Pico, with some new funding that they just got, could be a contender in the global VR market. Speaking of headsets, you can just see the headsets is dominated by Oculus. The Quest 2 is just crushing it because everybody loves this thing. It's amazing. So get one. It's like $400. Something interesting came out this week. It's a AR buyer's guide put out by the IAB. I think it's International Advertising Bureau. And they put together this guide, and there's lots of case studies in there. There's lots of good data, returns. They talk a lot about Facebook filters. They talk a lot about Snapchat filters. They talk a lot about the things that are being used in the world. L'Oreal buying Modiface for AR makeup try-ons, things like this. So if you're interested in advertising and AR, this is a really great resource for you. It's free, and it's the links, by the way, to everything you see here. The links are going to be in the comments of the YouTube channel. So check out the YouTube link wherever you happen to be watching this. I'll put the YouTube link everywhere. That's where you will find all of the links to everything I'm talking about today in the comment section or in the description. Awesome. And don't forget to hit subscribe because it helps. Subscribe, hit the little bell thing, and you'll get a notification every time I make one of these videos. Hopefully you like it. Let's move on quickly. Applied VR secured $29 million in funding, and they're going after FDA approval for VR pain management. And I don't have to tell you how important this is in terms of lowering the amount of pain medications that people might need during surgeries, post-surgery. And if we can reduce the amount of pain medications required, then this will actually have a real benefit in the opioid crisis that's plaguing America right now. So this is a great thing. I really, hats off to Applied VR for doing that. We have now seen our first VR unicorn, and RecRoom, social VR app, is really, really in the forefront here. They raised $100 million at a 1.2 billion valuation, which is unicorn territory. Congratulations, guys. That's really amazing stuff. And if you haven't tried RecRoom, get your headset, get in there. It's full of fun games, and it's a community full of amazing people. So check it out. On new stuff, MetaVRse.com. We just launched our new website, and I'm super proud and excited to share this with you because we've been working on trying to just distill down what it is that the MetaVRse platform is really, really good at, and distilling that down and then putting it all into a website that's easy to read and super quick, and making the demos really the focus over the content, because you really just have to try it. So MetaVRse.com, check it out. This is our new website, the future of XR. MetaVRse is a web platform that makes it easy to create, curate, and consume interactive XR experiences. The future of retail is virtual. The future of interaction is 3D. The future of training is spatial. I love this one, super cool. You can try all of these, by the way. The future of data is Z-dimensional or Z-dimensional if you're in Canada or the UK. And the future of creation is MetaVRse. I would encourage you to take a look. And if you don't know what you want to build or anything, we can help you as well. We have a studio. But if you're a developer, if you're a creator and you really want to create your own, you can do that. If you're a business looking for a solution in marketing training, we can help with that as well. So that's enough of that. MetaVRse.com, check it out. I'm super proud to share it with you. Check it out. This is super cool. I can't wait for this. It's Pinball in VR, but Star Wars style. They've taken all the original Star Wars pinball games, recreated them, but now they have 3D, so things are coming at you. You have your own environment to play in. So you're in this environment playing pinball. You can customize the environment, and of course, there's some extra stuff, obviously, because it's Star Wars. Super cool. All right, what else do we got here? Oh, Immerse. This is really cool. You can now have your phone in VR. That is what I'm talking about. So all the links, just so you know, in the comments, in the description. But man, how cool is this? You can now have your phone, text your friends. This is awesome, right? Like, it's a missing link. I love it. A student over COVID decided to 3D map Amsterdam, all of it, in detail, and make it available. Like, look at this. It's all in detail. There's boats and people, and he did all of Amsterdam in 3D. It's super cool, and I would encourage you to go watch the whole video. The video is really long. It actually goes in, and you can see here, it looks like an aerial view of Amsterdam, but it's not. It's actually a 3D model of everything moving, the water, and yeah, this is just, like, I'm surprised. I would be shocked if he doesn't have a job already in this industry of GIS or whatever he wants to do, to be honest. Look at this, incredible. What did you do during COVID? Anyway, students are gonna take us over. Speaking of students, this is a teaching tool that they created to use AR for an electrical kit, and it shows you how capacitors work, how motors work, all these things, all through AR, and it's all part of the kit. So the link is in the description. But I just thought this was a really cool way they show you how LEDs work. It's just super cool. And this is just one of many videos. So they have this built into AR, and you get it when you get the kit. So check it out. The kit started, I think, $100. Maybe less, actually. Osso VR. Oh my goodness, guys. This is amazing. So talking about using VR for medicine, this is using it to train surgeons on, in this case, knee surgery. But look at the photorealism and the presence that you will have in this experience. The room looks right. There's a surgical suite. You have all the right tools in all the right precision. I think this is truly a game changer for physicians to practice. I mean, we make pilots fly in flight simulators for many hours. Why wouldn't you make doctors simulate surgeries before they do it? Anyway, just really cool. Congratulations to Osso VR on the great work you guys are doing. This is super cool, not XR traditionally, but 3D projection mapping, and I really have a soft spot in my heart for 3D projection mapping. This is at an art gallery or a museum, and they've really kind of taken it to the next level by kind of making the art 3D. It's like Chef's Plate. I don't know if you ever, not Chef's Plate, Petite Chef. it was a projection on a table with a chef running around. It's kind of like that, where you kind of bring the art to life in a way. I love stuff like this. Watch this. Watch. And he can fly. It's so cool. Speaking of cool things you can do in VR, imagine now we're going to have all these photogrammetry scans or 3D scans of cities and buildings and towers. Well, now you can use them in a puzzle. The first 3D VR puzzle. Check it out. This is going to be for puzzle people. Oh man, this is the ultimate puzzle. It's 3D. You don't even know where anything goes. So yeah, I think this is going to be a thing. Look at that. Love it. They've already got a bunch of different locations. All right, Facebook made some announcements this week, or last week rather, around this new wrist system that they've got here. And it's basically taking impulses from your wrist, in micro movements, and calculating those and making it into like a mouse movement. So you can now replace kind of hand gestures and controllers and that sort of thing. But then you could use your hand as a controller, right? So this is actually interesting because this is based on the Myo armband from Stemlabs, which came out in, probably 2013, somewhere around there, maybe earlier. But they were a Canadian company that went on to become North, which just got purchased by Google. And so that was North glasses with the AR kind of heads-up display glasses. And they got bought by Google. I believe it'll all kind of come full circle to Google Glass 3 or whatever. And that'll be a nice pair of glasses that you have full data around, contextual data as you need it, but maybe not AR, but just a heads-up display as you need it. So anyway, long story short, Facebook bought the Stemlabs in Myo wristband, and now it's part of the Facebook Reality Lab. So it can also provide haptic feedback. It's super, super cool. So keep your eye on this simple wearable. Maybe you can build it into a watch or something and have double function. I think there's a big one. This is interesting. In the virtual showroom, this is a study by Shopify. It said, in the virtual showroom, augmented reality is more than just a fun feature. And I think this is important to understand. It's a research tool in the era of social distancing. Shopify found that products advertised with VR and AR content saw a 94% higher conversion rate than products without. 94% higher conversion rate. Okay, how about this? More than 90% of Americans currently use or would consider using AR for shopping. That's not what's important. What's more important is 98% of those who have used AR while shopping found it helpful. This is about to take off in ways you can't imagine. Speaking of which, we came out with something really cool, the MetaVRse Virtual Showroom, and this is our kind of take on the virtual e-commerce world that we're entering in right now, because it's a whole new world. And people still, 65% of people they're scared to go back to stores. So what we did here is we brought the store to you on any device you happen to be on. And I think this is a really great way for brands to let their consumers engage with their products in a totally unique and amazing way. So if you're interested in the virtual showroom at MetaVRse, let me know. Hit me up. I'll put my contact in the comments as well, the description down below. But definitely check out MetaVRse.com if you're interested in the virtual showroom. We can use your existing brand assets and also create some pretty cool stuff. This was neat. This is a flight deck in VR. Oh yeah, like look at that. It transforms from some dude's desk to flying in the middle of the, yeah. Pizza Hut just introduced A-Arcade PacMan. Now, for those of you who love PacMan as much as I do, I played a lot of PacMan. I actually, when I was a kid, I had the table game in my house. I don't know where my dad got it, but one day we had a PacMan game and it was amazing, and it was 2-player. Yes, it was, so PacMan's, I love it. Now you can play an AR on your pizza box. I really want to try this. So if anybody has tried this, send in some video because I'd love to see this thing in action. But Pizza Hut, way to go on that one. So this is cool. This is from our friends at River and RIVR. And these guys just do really cool stuff. And they're in the UK. And for those of you who don't know, this is the Gadget Show. And the Gadget Show is a show all about the cool gadgets in our lives, right? So they actually had Emulator on there once a few years ago. You can look up Gadget Show Emulator DJ. But what they did here was in VR, they let you see all of the kind of old things that are on their shelf. So you can pick up like a VHS tape, or you can pick up a Walkman, or a BlackBerry. Oh my goodness. How many people had a BlackBerry? Almost everybody. Now, this is the GoPro 1, but the pièce de résistance. You ready? Oh yeah, the Nokia. Check. Wait for it. Wait for it. Oh yeah, the Nokia. Everybody had one of those. Love it. All right. This is, oh my goodness. Watch, watch, watch. Ah, psh, that is so cool. It's amazing what we can do with graphics now. Super cool. On that, I want to actually remind you that we released with our partners the XR collaboration platform. It's a directory, a guide, and a landscape. This is the landscape of over 200 companies that can help serve your needs in everything from surgical to 3D visualization to events. And it's broken down by what these platforms specialize in, so you can really kind of get to what you need quickly. And there's a whole directory online at xrcollaboration.com. And you can go, it's all free, and it's all thanks to our partners, Deutsche Telekom, T-Mobile, Qualcomm, Accenture, MetaVRse, everybody who put the effort into this. Terry, Julie, Ben, Alex, thank you so much for all the effort you guys put in. And it's really great, and it's free. So xrcollaboration.com, go check it out. All right, what do we got next? Oh, this is super cool. So go to 4dviews.com, I think it is. It's in the description. But this is 4D volumetric capture, and what you'll see, I'm loading it. It's volumetric capture, but then I can play it back. Like all the motions I'm doing, I'm actually spinning the screen myself. You can, it's just super cool. Like, I think this is a new type of website communication. Look at it, it's just neat. And they found a way to take volumetric capture there. I paused it, I moved it, and then I'm gonna hit the play button and pause it. Yeah, it's like, this is super cool. I don't know what you're gonna do with it, but you can imagine what's possible with this technology, and they already have it ready to go on any website right now. So check out 4D Views. That's it for the XR show. I'm Alan Smithson. Again, thank you so much for joining me. Don't forget to hit subscribe. And yeah, if you have any questions about the show, you have any ideas for the show, email me, alan@metaverse.com, METAVRSE.com, alan@metaverse.com. Cheers, guys. Thanks so much. Peace.